What is the difference between permutation and combination? How can you tell if the question is a permutation question or a combination question? Stay through to the end of the video. I'm going to be explaining this in details using valid examples. Also, if you'll be needing a personal online tutorial, please send a message to the Gmail address on your screen. We'll do well to arrange for that as soon as possible. Now let's go straight to the business of today. Welcome again to yet another online tutorial with your online tutor Oghale. Here we'll be explaining the meaning of permutation. What does permutation mean? This refers to the arrangement of items. It could either be an arrangement that has to do with arrangement of people, arrangement of books, arrangement of whatever you want to arrange. During permutation, the order or the method of arrangement really matters. But that is not the same with combination. Now let's use this example. Imagine you are asked to arrange 3 people, A, B, C, on a line. How many ways can you arrange them? Of course, you can have A, B, C. You can also have A, C, B. You can also have B, A, C. You can also have B, C, A. You can also have C, A, B. And we can have C, B, A. If you check how many ways we can arrange these people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we have 6 altogether. If you want to use the notation, we use the factorial notation. So this will become 3 factorial because we are trying to arrange 3 people. And then 3 factorial represents 3 times 2 times 1, which refers to 3 times 2 is 6 times 1 is 6. So that's how we get our 6 ways of arranging 3 people. Now, however, with combination, the order does not really matter. For instance, you might be asked to choose 2 books out of 3 from a shelf. So what that simply means is, for instance, you have this, let's use the same ABC again, ABC, and you're asked to pick 2 books out of 3. How many books or how many ways can you really select 2 books out of 3 from here? Of course, we can have AB. We can also have what? AC. We can also have BC. Now, if we're going to solve this using the combination formula, the combination formula is giving us n combination R is equal to n factorial over n minus r factorial, where our n stands for the number of books we are arranging and the r refers to how many we are selecting. So here this becomes 3 combination 2 is giving us 3 factorial over 3 minus 2 factorial 2 factorial. Are we together? We said 3 factorial represents 3 times 2 times 1 over 3 minus 2 factorial, that is 1 factorial, and then 2 factorial represents 2 times 1. So if we take this off, 3 takes this off, 2 factorial takes off 2 factorial, so we are left with 3 over 1 factorial, where 3 over 1 factorial is giving us 3 divided by 1 times 1, and our final answer becomes 3. Did you see that there are just 3 ways we can select 2 books out of 3? And here, whether it is AB or BA, the order does not matter because in this case we are selecting. Now we are going to solve questions, possible exam questions on permutation and combination. We are going to solve some possible exam questions on permutation and combination. Check out this question that says, please don't forget to like and subscribe so that you do not miss out on any of our videos. Now, this question says, in how many ways can a committee of 4 people be formed from a group of 10 people. Now, take note of what the question is asking. How many ways can a committee of 4 people be formed from a group of 10 people? So that means if we have 10 people, A to J, we need to pick out 4 people. We need to pick out 4 people. So if, for instance, we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, then assuming these are the 10 people, we need to pick out 4 people from this. How many ways can we pick out 4 people from this? Of course, we can have something like this: A, B, C, D. We can also have B, C, D, E, and so on and so forth. But you cannot have A, B, C. Why can't we have A, B, C? Because you can't pick one person twice. Of course not. So this simply tells you that this is a combination question, because we are selecting now. We are selecting 4 people out of 10. So now let's solve it using the formula method. So 10 combination 4 will be equal to 10 factorial over 10 minus 4 factorial and 4 factorial. Now let's continue. The next thing to do is to evaluate. This is also the same as 10 factorial over 10 minus 4 factorial is what? 6 factorial. Please let me write this for clarity. So 6 factorial and 4 factorial. So let's evaluate this. We have 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 factorial over 6 factorial times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. I stopped at 6 factorial because I want it to divide this one here. So the 6 factorial here takes away the 6 factorial at the extreme. So we are left with 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 over 4 times 3 times 2. So let's quickly evaluate that. Without the calculator, we have 4 divides 8, and that gives us what? 2. 3 divides 9, and that gives us 3. 2 divides 10, and that gives us 5. So we have 5 times 3, which is 15, times 2, which is 30, times 7, which gives us 210 ways. That's our final answer. Did you see how we had to arrange or select these 4 people out of 10? Now, what if we are asked to solve this other question? This question will be a question on permutation, but I'm going to explain how to do just that. So the question says, in how many ways can 3 books be arranged out of 5 books on a shelf? So what do we do? It's a case of arrangement. So we simply say solution. 5 permutation 3 is equal to 5 factorial over 5 minus 3 factorial. And then this becomes 5 factorial over 2 factorial, which leads us to 5 times 3 times 3 times 2 factorial over 2 factorial. This takes this off, so that's 5 times 4, which is 20, times 3, which is 60. So if you're going to arrange 3 books out of 5 books on a shelf where the order of arrangement matters, it is a permutation question, and the answer is 60 ways. Have you liked and subscribed? Please do well to do so, and don't forget to reach out to us if you need a personal online tutorial.